All right, let's go to Rosalie, the great Rosalie in San Diego, California. What's up, Rosalie?
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I really couldn't be doing better, actually.
Good.
What's up?
Well, I would like your expert opinion on if I should inform my siblings of my mom's changes in her trust.
Ooh, tell me about this.
Okay, a little background. I am the youngest of 3 children. My oldest sibling has a different father from my middle sibling and I. My dad.
You're the youngest of 3 or oldest?
Youngest.
Youngest, okay.
Yes.
Oh, and then your next youngest sibling, the one right above you, has a different dad.
No, my oldest sibling has a different dad.
Okay.
Me and my middle sibling have the same dad.
Okay, excellent.
And we all, of course, have the same mom. My dad died in 2002. My middle sibling and my dad died in 2002.
Oh, man.
My dad was a hard worker, and he built a pretty good nest egg for him and my mom. My dad also supported my oldest sibling. I don't even remember how old she was when my mom and dad got married, but my dad supported her, with food, clothing, school, all that stuff. So my dad died in 2002. He did not have a will, but he did put me on one of his accounts.
Okay.
His main account. He put me on.
But when he died, all of his assets rolled to your mom, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Everything went to my mom. So after my dad died, I pretty much, my mom was old school. She didn't pay bills. She didn't write checks. She didn't do taxes. My dad said, sign here, and she did.
Okay.
That was pretty much, old school from a long time ago. So my mom, did like what my dad told her to, not in a bad way, but just my dad took care of my mom. So everything rolled over to my mom. Again, my dad incurred assets. Not, he's not a millionaire, but he did very well.
Okay. All right. So bring me to now.
Well, the original trust was done in 2012. It took my mom 10 years to do the trust. So in 2012, she did her original trust. And she left the house to my middle sibling, and the assets, the money was split between the 3 of us. That was her original trust.
Okay.
So approximately 2015, my mom started to talk about changing her trust. I'm pretty much the one who, did the bills. We had our routine. We went grocery shopping. We did our stuff together. And my middle sibling would come around. He took care of the house, maintained the house, I should say. He didn't take care of it, but he maintained the house. So in about 2015, my mom started talking about her wanting to change the conditions of the trust.
Why'd she change it?
Because she knew that I was the one who was taking care of her.
Okay.
My mom, again, like I said, was old school. When you did something for my mom, she felt she had
hooked you up back.
Right.
Okay. So fast forward, she's changed her will and made you the person over everything, right?
No.
Okay.
No, what she changed was that she added me to the house.
Okay.
But left the rest pretty much the same, splitting the assets between the 3 of us.
Okay.
But she did change, the ownership of the house.
So is your brother under the impression that whenever she passes away, he gets the house scot-free?
Yes.
Okay. Why can't she tell Why? This sounds like a conversation for her to have. Why isn't she not doing that?
Well, my mom knows her children,
Mm-hmm.
and she's knows that if she was to say anything, that the middle sibling would probably not come around anymore. She wants him to come around. This was like in 2017 is when she finally when she changed her trust.
Yeah, but she wants to have her cake and eat it too. What? There's something
does.
here you're not telling me. Is mom okay? Does mom have like
No,
Alzheimer's
mom
or something?
is not okay.
Okay.
So in 2000, like I said, in 2017, she did the trust, and she pretty much told me, don't say anything. And she, on her own, went to the lawyer.
Uh-huh.
I did drive her only because she didn't drive anymore.
Okay.
So the lawyer also told me that assets were mom's, not mine, not my brother's.
Yes.
Or my siblings.
Correct.
So she had the right to do whatever she wanted to with her assets.
Correct.
And not that it wasn't none of our business, but pretty much.
Tell me about your mom. Tell me about your mom.
My mom is.
Does she have cancer? Does she have Alzheimer's or something?
In 2019, my mom started showing signs of dementia.
Okay.
She at first it was little stuff, and then in late 2019, my mom fell.
Mm-hmm.
She fell and she hit her head pretty hard, and so the dementia went full force.
Okay. So is she?
So I moved in with my mom. I moved in with her.
Uh-huh.
At 2019, I moved in permanent with her.
Okay.
So fast forward to 2021, I was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Good grief.
So my doctor informed me that there was a good chance everything would work out good, but that I needed to get my affairs in order.
Mm-hmm.
So I did contact my mom's attorney to let him know, he told me, you have no right to change anything. You have no right to her trust. And I told him, I understand that, but I just wanted to inform him that I might not be in the picture anymore if my cancer progressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to him. And,
so hold on, Rosalie. We're get down to your question here. What's what can I help you with?
So I need to. My mom always told me not to say anything what she had done.
Okay,
it was her business, and although I wasn't involved other than taking her.
I got that. You don't need to. You need to move past that in your own heart and mind. Okay, you drove your mom like you drove your mom everywhere.
That's where,
she made a decision. Okay,
that's where I'm stuck.
So here's the thing.
So now my mom no longer can make decisions for herself.
Right.
She is in a rehab facility.
Okay.
And her dementia is progressing. She hasn't been able to make.
So what can I, Rosalie? What can I help you with? She can't make decisions and choices. Are you struggling with whether to tell your brother?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You've mentioned this a bunch, so just give me a yes or no answer. You've mentioned this. You've spoke around it a lot, so I just want to poke right in the middle of it.
All right.
Did you play a role in convincing your mom that you should have part of the house too because of all the work you've done?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You are talking about it as though you have some deep guilt about it, as though you played a role in taking something from your brother. And if you did not, I want to encourage you to set that brick of guilt down and never pick it up again. Your mom made a grown-up decision with her grown-up money. And then she, unfortunately for you, and I don't ever like to talk bad about somebody's mom, but she did you wrong on this one. She stuck you in the middle of it and said, you be the person that holds my lack of integrity. And I hate that she did that to you. But she did. And
I'm more, I'm duty, I don't have guilt, but I'm kind of duty bound to do what my mom wants me to do.
You do, but you also feel sick to your stomach over it because you're lying to your brother.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
And so at some point, your duty to uphold someone's lack of integrity is going to smack into your integrous heart. and your relationship,
Agreed.
your honest relationship with your brother.
I agree.
And so I think if I'm you, does your brother know about your cancer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how is your cancer, by the way? You good?
I am good. I am good.
Excellent.
I'm
Wonderful.
my surgery went well.
Excellent. That's so
but
good.
I
So
was
good.
also told not to take care of my mom anymore for 6 months to a year
Okay.
because of the extent of my surgery, that I can't lift that kind of stuff. So
Sure. It's all good.
I'm unable at this time to take care of my mom.
That's you've done great stuff, and she's in a home now where she's getting the rehab care and the daily care that she needs, which is awesome. So
Correct.
if I'm you, I would not. It's not something you have to do today or in 2 weeks or in 5 months. I would call a meeting with all of your siblings, and just say, I want to go over both mom's stuff and my stuff. And in that meeting, say, y'all don't know this, but mom changed some stuff in the will years ago, and I've just met with her attorney. I'm going to roll all this out to everybody so we're all on the same page. And you have to just have a grown-up conversation. Here's what you don't want to have happen. You don't want your brother on one weekend to lose his mother when she finally passes away, and then also find out that his sister has been lying to him for however many years, and also lose a couple $100,000 in assets in the same weekend. That's devastating.
I agree.
Right? So
But I don't feel I stole anything, but I
you
understand.
absolutely did not. You didn't. You didn't steal anything. But in his head, mom told him, this house goes to you.
Right.
And so he exhaled and said, great. Then she changed it on him and didn't have the courage to tell him because she wanted him to still think it was his, act like it was his, take care of it like it was his, all the while knowing, it's not really yours. Right? And she put it on you
Somewhat right.
She
Somewhat
put it
right,
on
yeah.
you to carry that around.
Agree.
And
that I agree with.
And that's the part that's going to haunt you. Okay? That's going to haunt you and haunt you and haunt you. So are you the executor of this estate, I'm assuming?
No, I'm not.
Good God almighty. Who's the executor?
My brother.
Oh, geez, Louise. Well, this ought to be fun. So you can't even go to the lawyer and get it. He's got to go get it, huh?
Correct. Actually, it's a trust, and we're actually all on the trust.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the medical executor. My brother's financial executor.
Okay. So how about this? To answer your ultimate question, in this situation, yes, I think your brother has a right to know. I don't know that it might be a shapeshifter moment for your family. It might not be. Since he's the executor of the will, it might be important to say, hey, mom told me that like years ago she went and changed some stuff in the will, that she split the house among several of us. Like, I think you should go check on that stuff as the executor of her estate as we get here into the last year or two of her life. Go check on that. And as an executor, he can go do that. That's what I would do. If you were the executor and could walk, and I guess if you're on the trust, but I mean, again, why would you be dinking around in the trust if you didn't have something to do with how it got changed and manipulated? So the whole thing sounds messy, and the whole thing, I wish your mom had not have put you in this situation. It wasn't an integrous thing for her to do. She should have called all the kids together and said, hey, I'm making a couple of changes. I decided to split the house up among everybody, splitting the money up among everybody. But instead, she can do whatever she wants with her money. But when you do that behind somebody's back, I think the right thing to do is to tell them, by the way, I've taken you out of this. I'm sorry you're in that situation. I just think honesty in these situations is the best, and it's going to cause problems. But hear me say, the problems have already been cast, right? That roll of the dice has already been thrown. It's just going to be when y'all decide to look at the numbers that rolled up. And anytime I see something coming down the road, kicking the can is never helpful. And I'd lean into that as soon as you can. I think your brother deserves that.